Is Noah Massage in the? Is he in? Is he here?
You're listening to Noah Massage.
That's him.
On Flow AM 870.
A little nervous tick. Oh, there, here he is.
Hey, John.
Hey,
How's it
good
going?
morning. Hey.
Good morning to
We
you.
also have Sean,
Hello.
Good
Sean's
morning.
in the studio.
and we've got our first caller. So we say, "Good morning. You're on the air."
Yeah, I think you got to pick the phone up first before we
Well,
can.
you don't talk while someone's broadcasting either. Good
Oh.
morning. You're on the Call Flow Radio Show. Hello, Henry.
Hello there.
How you doing?
Good morning, John.
Yeah, good
How
morning.
you all doing?
We're here,
All right.
present
All
and
right.
accounted for.
Who's unaccounted for?
I said we were present and accounted for.
Oh, okay.
I thought Noah was unaccounted for, but he keeps meandering about.
I'm right here. John.
Yeah, I was expecting Chris to answer the phone.
Well, explain where Chris is at, Noah.
Chris is at the VAB conference
Yep.
that's taking place today, and I will say, I think I can say this: WFLO is up for 2 awards. They are
Oh,
nominated,
okay.
not meaning we might not
Oh,
win
okay.
them, but we
All
have a
right.
potential to win them.
But that's
so,
where she's at,
Yeah.
Henry.
Very cool.
Well, I have a question for you.
Sure.
I was just thinking about it. Do dollars make sense, or vice versa?
Vice versa.
Vice versa. Okay, I'm glad you cleared that up.
Thank you.
Young man told his girlfriend, he said, "Your lips are like petals." And she said, "Rose petals?" He said, "No, bicycle pedals." Ooh. He had a nose for basketball. It dribbled.
Ah.
Oh, boy, I blew that one, didn't I? When she threw the dinnerware, he was hit by a flying saucer.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
yeah, I think we ought to table that one. He wrote on the statue because it was stationary.
There we go.
There you go. His face was like a shoe. There was a tongue in the middle of it with eyes on each side.
There you go.
Yeah, you can almost see that guy. Do folks from Israel like the month of July?
I don't know. Do they?
I don't know. It was tragic when a man climbed down the mountain head first.
Mm.
It must have been in the fall of the year, I guess.
I guess so.
Maybe the fall of the century.
Yeah. Maybe so. Yeah.
Well, one thing, you couldn't move the fog because it was too heavy to lift.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, speaking of age, the old frog finally croaked. A fella had a ranch, and even the biscuits were purebred. You know,
Right.
when his horse died, the Lone Ranger lost 1,400 pounds of silver. For those who remember the Lone Ranger and silver and Tonto,
Yeah. Kimosabi.
yeah, yeah,
Io
that's right.
Silva.
Kim Osabi. We heard that she was taking in boarders, but it turned out to be rumors. But this guy never had to shave because he was a bald-faced liar. At least his nose was healthy because it ran every day. Before we come up with call to that. But anyway, I do have something serious I'd like to share with you about
Sure.
the Lord's doing His work.
All right.
Back in 1988, there was a couple at Heritage Baptist Church who came into the prayer chapel where I stayed during the Sunday school hour. Anyway, this man and wife came in, and the lady said that she'd been to the surgeon on Friday, and they found breast cancer. And they planned to do surgery on Monday. And so I told her husband to put his hand over the cancer location. And so he did, and then I put my hand over his hand. And then I asked God to remove everything that he did not put there. In Jesus' name, amen. The next day, they went to have surgery, but when the surgeon checked her, God had already done surgery. So the couple went back home praising the Lord. And another thing, God did not leave a scar either. He is truly good.
Yes.
And I hope that maybe anybody listening who might have a situation, anything and everything is possible with God.
True.
Everything good is possible.
Right.
So don't give up hope. So, anyway, if you'd like to talk with me, anybody, my number is 414-0096. That's 414-0096. And I'd love to share with you and talk to you, and we can keep in this conversation just between you and me and the Lord. And so I don't tell these stories unless it's okay with those involved.
Right.
Okay?
All right, Henry, well, you have a good weekend. We'll talk at you hopefully on Monday.
All right. I hope to talk to you Monday.
All right, take
All
care.
right. All right. God bless.
Bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Henry Fulcher checking in this morning.
Very nice, very nice. John, is everything okay with you this morning? You seem a little high strung, I think yeah, kind of like that.
I'm okay. I got it out.
What happened? What happened this morning? Tell me. Because
Nothing.
something happened.
Well, first of all, I thought I slept in.
What time did you wake up?
I don't really remember.
Where did you wake up at? This is my other question.
In my bed.
In your bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I overslept. I thought.
Did you?
No.
No.
Not really, because I got here
Okay.
on time.
Sure.
I looked at the
You
clock.
had the fear.
I thought, I had the fear. I thought it said 8 something.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be bad?
Yes, yes, it would. So let's take our next caller and say good morning. You're on the Call Flow Radio Show.
Hey,
Hello.
we were talking yesterday. Didn't you say that you used to wear a mask to do the Friday party during COVID?
Yes, I did. Well, at first I pretended to, and then I actually did. Yeah, I was. What I would do is just put my hand over, and I'm doing protective radio. I'm not spreading my germs to anyone listening. And, yeah.
You are spreading them directly to your hand, though, so that's almost worse.
Give me a high five.
I hope you didn't shake anybody's
that
hand. No.
No.
What was that clip you played of Noah at the beginning of the show this morning?
That was his new ID I put together. What did you think of that one?
It sounded just like him.
Incredible.
Noah's biggest fan.
Wow.
Do your Noah impression.
Oh, I shouldn't
You should.
stomp on a man when he's down.
That's funny.
That's fine.
Is that it?
How does he
That's
say, what
fine.
are you doing this weekend, sir?
What am I doing this weekend with?
No.
Is it
How
official?
would Noah ask you that?
He hasn't. He just walked in, so he hasn't had time to think up something brilliant like that yet. We got to give him the time. But
What
I'm
are
sure
you
it
doing
will.
this weekend?
I'm sure it will happen in the show at some point. What's that, sir?
What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing? Let's see. Laundry, taking off trash. Might catch an episode of Wild Wild West, something like that. I don't know. Something along
I'm gonna
those
try
lines.
your new show tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's to your liking. you'll have to give me some feedback on it.
Remind me what the name is again, because you've changed it like twice. It was a Wonderful Way Back Weekend. Now it's Way
DJ
Back Wonderful
CJRO
Weekend.
on the SLO or something like that.
It's got a lot of wacky, you reverse it a little bit. Reverse,
Wacky races or something?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what we're calling it now.
Okay. But what is the official name coming from, from
It's
the
called
horse's mouth?
You're not listening to Noah, so tune in.
That's a really interesting name.
It starts at 10 o'clock.
Wow.
So that's called the Wonderful Way Back Weekend.
Thank you. That is the name.
But it was the Way Back Wonderful Weekend at one point as well.
it never was. Way back Wonderful Weekend.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure you said that, and I was like, it's not
Well,
the
maybe I did.
Okay.
Don't hold me to what I'm saying,
Okay.
because I might say I like you. Or
Don't
something.
worry.
hold me to
I
that.
don't hold you to anything you're saying.
Okay,
Joe.
don't hold me.
Everything you say is.
I like how you hold the stand holding the microphone, not holding the microphone.
Yeah, thanks, John. Appreciate it.
It's a good look.
Well, thank you.
It's official.
And
What's that, sir?
Retro Rock and Soul comes on today.
Rockin' Souls today, yes. 3 o'clock. 3 to 5. And then at the Friday
Do
party
you know
at
what
5.
the theme is?
I do not know what the theme is. I know we have it. I know it's in the system and it's ready to go. I do not know what the theme is. And I don't want to spoil anything. But I do not.
I wish the Friday party was still 2 hours.
You do? Oh, well. Yeah, I guess, maybe that'll be under consideration at some point. Enough letters come in, and if the fan base wants it, if the listeners want it, we may strive to make it happen. And if not,
Then
then
it'll be 5 to 7.
yeah, well, we come on at 5, and then it'd be from 6 to 7 if we tacked on another hour. But originally, it was just 1 hour to begin with. And then we came to the new flow. I don't know how to put it, but the revised version of flow, whatever you want, how you want to say
The
it.
funky flow.
The funky flow was the old flow,
Okay.
because that's when you would play Jesus is Just All Right by the Doobie Brothers.
Okay.
And that percussion would start. Now you're listening to the funky flow. Yeah, it's about
Y'all
how.
got a show called that?
What's that?
Did y'all do a show called that?
No. That was back in my younger days, and I was trying to be funny. And somebody actually heard it. And I heard you say funky flow the other day. You never know who's listening. And that was when I learned that at a young age. You never know who's listening.
That was back when y'all had every kind of sports that existed.
What was that?
That was back when y'all had all kinds of sports on there.
Oh yeah, they had everything. Back when it was the non-PC Washington football team, they had UVA, they had NASCAR. Of course, then you also had Longwood and Hampton-Sydney. So yeah,
How did they do them both?
it seemed like to me the only thing they did much with Hampton-Sydney back in the day was football. And see, the football was always on Saturday. And time has forgotten a lot of things. I want to say Hampton-Sydney was on the AM on Saturdays, and the UVA was on the FM, if I recall. Something like that. But I might be misremembering, but I believe that's how it was. It was when I was there.
What were you in charge of?
I wasn't in charge of anything. I was the underling. I was the lower end of the totem pole. I would have to board op all that stuff because I was the newbie at the time.
Both of them?
Oh, well, no, yeah, not on, yeah. So Saturday was a special situation. Basically, what happened there was, we had somebody else, another part-timer or somebody come in, and they would handle the Hampton-Sydney game on the AM, and I would do UVA on the FM. And then we also even had, back in the day, they used to carry Rick Dees in the weekly top 40. And then I would board op that as well. And then one day they tried to switch it on me, and I called Francis. I was like, no, I want the weekly top 40. I don't. And so I got it. Little conniving there.
weekly
I pulled a
top
Noah is what I did.
You like the weekly top 40?
I did, because I like Rick Dees. I enjoyed it.
Did he have a good voice and all that?
Rick Dees, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't remember Rick Dees?
No.
Oh wow, yeah. You don't. You know who I'm referring to though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, Rick Dees in the weekly top 40. Yep. Yeah, I always liked Rick Dees. I thought he was funny. He had a good voice.
Can you impersonate him?
Rick Dees. I haven't listened to Rick Dees in a long time. Rick Dees in the weekly top 40, and but he would play sound effects, and they'd have like little comedy bits in between the songs and stuff like that. What he originally did was he did a morning show out in California and ended up being syndicated, and so he ended up with the top 40. Of course, he did the Disco Duck song that we have in the system and all that. He was kind of like a comedian starting out and then did radio. I think he was from the East Coast. I want to say he got his start. I don't know if it was. I don't remember. My dad could tell you, but I can't remember. But
I've heard Disco Duck.
well, that's Rick Dees, and his cast of idiots, I believe, is what's the name of the group that performed the song.
And he does a little Donald Duck thing at one point.
You know what? I think I looked that up, and it's not him. It's somebody that was on his staff that did it, or something like that. They could pull it off real good, and that's who's doing it.
You said that he's your favorite character a couple weeks ago.
Of Disney, probably. I would definitely say, as far as Disney characters, I would say, yeah, Donald Duck's the best.
I like Goofy.
Yeah, him. Go ahead. What's that? Who do you like? Goofy?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. That might be my new radio voice here before too long.
What, Goofy?
Yeah, just do Goofy all the time.
You want to show him your Chucky Boom Boom Bear?
Well, we need a real good song here to fire that off, and we're not supposed to be playing music on the Call Flow Show, right? Correct?
Unless
Noah has now gone. He's the mute DJ.
Right here, John. I could give you a. I mean, I'm sure you can play music. Yeah, you can play music on the Call Flow Show.
No, I thought it was a copyright thing.
I mean, we will get copy. I can mute it in post.
Ah, in post.
Yeah.
What was that, sir? I missed that.
Sean's been quiet just until a minute ago.
Sean, what?
Has been quiet until a minute ago.
Yeah, Sean. I think Sean's just in awe that the show even exists the way that it does. And sometimes I do too. It's bewilderment. And I just sort of...
At least you haven't had to tell anyone not to call. I hear Francis used to have to do that every now and then.
Who would have to ask for people to call in?
Francis.
No, he would have to tell people
He would have to tell people what?
not to call.
Not to call. Why would he do that? Because they had a guest or something like that?
Because they said something they weren't supposed to.
Oh, that. I got you. Okay, yeah, you're right. Been lucky so far with that.
Yeah. Well, for the most part.
Yeah. What? Callers, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
We've been lucky with.
No, sure.
Yeah. Callers.
Talk to you later.
Are you done? You're done?
Yeah.
Okay, well, have a great weekend.
All right, Potato. You have yeah.
Thanks for calling in. All right, he's had enough.
He's out. That was very abrupt. I wonder what happened.
I don't know.
I wonder if somebody stole his bag of potatoes and now he's gonna catch him. So let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like I'm not at the bottom of this thing. So you thought you woke up late,
Yes.
but you didn't,
It turned out I didn't.
and
yes.
you rushed over here.
Well, I was rushing, but
Sure.
it turned out I was on time.
Okay.
Oddly enough.
Yeah, weird. Weird how that
Very
works.
weird. Yeah, well, I didn't realize I was on time until I got in the car and I'm going down the road and I look over, see what the time is, thinking it's 8 something, and I'm like, it's 6 something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I'm on time.
Mm-hmm.
So it must have just been a reactionary thing to just get up when I did. And
well, let me ask you. So, what's with the tude, man? Not the tude, but like you're a little.
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
go
I
ahead.
feel like you're a little high strung, John.
High strung?
Sean, would it be wrong to refer to John as high strung at this time? This point in time?
I wouldn't say that. Honestly, he barely looks exhausted. The only thing different right now is he's got the hat on.
Maybe that's why I'm thinking he's high strung. He's got a hat on,
Backwards, by the way.
backwards hat.
Because I noticed if I wear it like you have it, I keep tapping the mic, and I'm trying to. That and
Yeah.
you know that.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly that though.
Sure.
Okay. So how was your weekend? Oh, we haven't had the weekend yet.
No. Nope.
Close to the bottom.
What are
of
we
the hour.
gonna do for the weekend?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
For me, I'm doing a lot of summer school assignments.
Oh, boy.
So like, gotta pile that up. Got like a final in one class, and then I'm starting up another around like the same time. Then after that's all done and out of the way, maybe I don't know, watch a movie, watch a TV show, maybe play a game.
I want to party with you, cowboy.
What are you doing, Noah?
Well, John, I'm gonna be going through some stuff. I got some furniture in my house. Coffee table and some end tables. They need to be refinished because the tops got really worn out from all the years of use.
today, aren't you?
Okay, all right. And then I might, I don't know. I might do some work. I am working on a project right now. The premiere,
so-
I told you, it's a short film making with a couple of friends. That thing
The
is
one that's based on you?
not based. I mean, it's an absurd story that we're deciding to film. We decided to film it, and that's what So we're in the progress of all that.
Cool.
We have a scene we're shooting this weekend, and then hopefully only a few more scenes after that because everybody is exhausted. Everybody wants to end it. Like end the film, like not even finish it. I feel like, but maybe I'm wrong.
So it's like the filming of Apocalypse Now.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody wants out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are now officially bottom. We're past the bottom. We're below bottom. We're rock bottom. This edition of the weather brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs. Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Sunny today with a high near 87 with a light and variable wind. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 67 with a calm wind. Saturday, sunny with a high near 92. Calm wind becoming south around 5 miles per hour. In the afternoon, Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 70 and a calm wind. Sunday, sunny and hot with a high near 97 and a light southwest wind. And then Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 72. Right now in Farmville, humidity is 100%. Winds are west at 3 miles per hour. Barometer 30.05. Fair skies here in Farmville, 65. And that was the weather. And the Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. The birthday calendar is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, and business formations. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
And with the birthdays and possible anniversaries, I guess Noah's leaving it up to you, Sean. So I guess we ought to put you on mic. And are you prepared?
Alrighty. Yes, sir.
All right, go to it.
All right, for June 20th, we got Sammy Jurado. We got Yvette Reed. We have Brandon and Alyssa Shorter. Lois Williams. Germain Lee of Cumberland. Sarah Trent. And Eunice Brooks.
And that's for today.
Yes.
All right, so now Friday, because we're not here on the weekend, we also do the birthdays for Saturday and Sunday.
All right, for Saturday.
And Noah can check behind them in case we have like those ones written on the side and all that good stuff.
All right. For Saturday, we have Summer Komdoth. And Sunday, we have Charlie, quote-unquote, Buck Cook, Eddie and Jody Gunn, and Edward and Carol Hageman.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you
Hello.
go.
Did you get this one right here, July 20th, right here? Carol Powell.
Yes, I believe so.
All right. So for Saturday, what I have here for Saturday, we have Jean Motley Husky of Midlothian celebrating a B-Day. So congrats to her. We also have the wedding anniversary of two of my favorite people, John, Grace and Paul Barlow. 25 years. That's a long time. They must really like each other. And then for the Sunday, June 22nd, I have a very special birthday, Paul Barlow's birthday.
Paul Barlow.
He got married, or I guess his birthday is a day after his anniversary.
Beef, it's what's for dinner.
And he actually has a special request, John. I don't know if you know
what's
this.
that?
Or not. He said, please ask Mr. Predicto if he'll get any birthday presents this year. So let's pull
Noah,
up.
will you grab that box there, that purplish-looking box?
I wish I could, but I'm not. I can't reach it.
I'm sorry. I meant Sean.
Okay.
And pass that to Noah.
Sure. So we're gonna crack this open. We're gonna do this, John, because
All
Paul
right.
Barlow wanted us to.
Okay.
All right. So,
Birthday wishes.
Mr. Predicto, will Paul Barlow get any birthday presents this year?
It is a strong possibility.
Oh,
It's not a no.
wow, that was great. This thing is good. This thing might actually be like right most of the
Magical.
time.
What
It is kind of magical.
It's very magical.
Well, all right, John.
Mystical and magical.
That's all I
All
got
at the same
on my
time.
list.
Well, good. So you're done.
Well, actually,
I'm trying to finish it.
Finish it! Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay, good. Do you want to tell them how they can get the birthdays on?
Sean, do you want to?
And anniversaries? Does he know how to do that?
Do you know how to do
You
that?
just
Sean?
sort of see. That's not
All right.
cool to do that on air.
Well, John, I thought he knew that.
Oh.
He's sitting in the. He's doing the birthdays, so I would have.
It's okay.
Thought I can call in 434-394-0924 if you have a birthday. You can also email us at birthdays@wflo.net. Or you can go on our website under the on-air mentions page and submit birthdays directly from our website. So a few different ways to get those birthdays to us. John, back to you.
It's a show about nothing.
Birthday boy.
The Call Flow Show. You can reach the Call Flow Morning Show at 434-394-0924. They're ready to believe you.
And for the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, Main Street, Farmville. All right, to the phones and our next caller. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Radio Show.
Good morning, man.
Men.
Men, yeah.
Men.
Two and a half men, huh?
2.5, yes.
Yeah.
Who's the half?
So,
here?
You.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
If you have to ask.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
How are you, first-time caller?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
I have a few things I
All right.
wanted to go over. Oh, I actually had a question.
Sure.
But this one goes out to Henry, this stuff.
Henry, okay.
Yes. Did you guys catch that there was a bag of trash in the house and no one would remove it?
Mm-hmm.
How about that ruler that couldn't measure up?
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you
Did you
catch
find
that
Henry's
chicken with
joke
its
book?
head
Is that what you found?
well, while you guys were doing stuff, I was just writing things down.
Oh, okay.
These are like originals. So,
Okay.
yeah. So they're not patented yet, but if you guys want to use the material, Go ahead.
Noah's a stand-up comedian. He may use that in his repertoire.
That's really funny. You said that, John.
Is his pencil on fire?
What's that?
Writing it down. Is his pencil on fire? Should I slow down?
Yeah, slow down. Yeah, he's drinking
How about
with
that
one
chicken
hand and
with
writing
his
with the other.
He's got his hands on his
I
ears.
notice every time Noah's elbow bends, he drinks coffee.
How about that chicken with its head cut off? It kept running into things.
That was the Ozzy Osbourne effect.
Oh, do you know if that was true or not with the rat?
I don't know. I've heard different variations. He at one time claimed that didn't happen. Somebody threw a already dead one or something on stage, and or something. It was something along those lines, and he didn't actually do anything, or it was alive but not doing very well, or something.
Okay.
It was one of that's the story I remember hearing. But whether he actually did it or not, I don't know. But it's like one of those things. Any publicity is good publicity if you're a star kind of thing. So it's like, but I want to say that might have been Alice Cooper. I'm thinking of too. I don't know. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it happened with both of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why Ozzy stands out, but maybe it was Cooper.
Son.
But how about that that nose that went on strike, but nobody would pick it? Okay.
Sorry, I know that was getting.
Noah's having DTs.
So here's one for Noah. All
Okay.
right? Since they just commented about not finishing up that film about halfway through. If those guys were filming Jaws, when they finish it, it would just be called Jaw.
Wow. There you go.
One Jaw.
Did you hear that it's the anniversary of Jaws being released?
I did not hear that. That's awesome. I'm gonna go watch it tonight.
You ever seen it before?
I've seen it before.
Oh, good.
I haven't.
It's going to be one of the best summers we ever had.
Wow, I can't remember. No American has saw that film.
That's with Sean. It's just because he's young.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that might be what it is.
Oh.
I feel like you would be giving me a lot of shinola, John. If I said I didn't watch Jaws, you'd be giving me shinola and like shovelfuls, you know?
Oh.
So how come no shinola for Sean?
That liner was correct.
No. You know what? I'm still. This is my first cup of coffee. Okay. I'm not. I don't care. I really don't.
No, you sound like me.
But my thing is,
that's
like,
my mantra.
I just equality for all. That's my thing.
Okay.
Unless you're Noah.
Professor Turgison wants you to listen very closely. Say it! All right, just get it out of your system.
Oh. I have a question.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if I have the answer, but we'll find out.
Oh, there's this guy that I guess calls in sometimes. He's been calling. He had a horrible phone. And,
that was Potato. He just called in a while ago.
Yes, I heard him. And so is he called Mr. Potato?
You'll have to ask Noah. He's the one that christened him Potato.
Okay. I'm gonna say this story one more time.
You're gonna have to say it all the time.
All the time. When he first called in, his phone was terrible. His phone was like, it was awful. You can hear anything he was saying. It was really bad, and we had to end the conversation short sometimes because it was so bad. His signal was so awful, we couldn't even understand what he was saying. So I made a joke of being like, his phone is like a potato because, with outdated pieces of technology, sometimes obsolete pieces of technology, you can refer to them as a potato, believe it or not. Sean, can you back me up on this?
No, that's definitely how you kind of like...
this might be a new slang,
like
but
old,
yeah.
Like with old phones, it's potato.
Yeah.
I forgot like what the other one was.
Yeah.
Like some people would like make a comment about like how it's either like a flip phone or one of those 80s cell phones or something like that.
A brick. Essentially a brick. So it's not like I just made this up out of my, just like pulled it out of my butt, but it's to be said, John, and everybody here,
All two of you.
All two of us.
Yeah.
All three of us, technically.
Right.
Sean. That this comment had ground. It's not like I just made it up and it makes no sense, which John sometimes refers to it as, I feel like, because the whole potato. So anyways, that's the story of the potato. That's all I got, actually. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah, well, I was explaining it to somebody else.
Yeah. That's a weird thought.
What did he have? Did he have a what? And I would tell him how crappy the phone was, and he's like, "Oh man, they call that stuff potatoes."
Yeah.
Like, what are you calling from a potato? I wonder if he's going to get the tattoo with like Spud or something.
A Spud tattoo? That's incredible.
Yeah, that would be his. Huh. Somebody out there's got to be laughing.
I don't know. Is it like a tree in the forest? If it falls, does it make it sound like no one's there to hear it?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, thanks.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
I know. So this is going to be the last time caller.
Last time caller.
Oh, guys.
So do you have big plans for the weekend? Let me get that Noah one out.
Yeah.
Big plans? No plans?
No, just do guy things. It's been raining so bad. The grass is up to my knees, and yeah. So nature has decided what I'm going to do. But there is a solstice tomorrow. I guess it starts tonight, the actual welcoming of a summer. But I guess the longest day will be tomorrow. So
the longest day will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
At least that falls on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And not Monday or something like that.
So travel down to Stonehenge and dance and chant and all those fun things.
Cool.
Do you do that?
Noah has.
No. But you know, if Chris is listening,
I hope not. I hope she's not, but she may be. I don't know.
Yes, pick me up a box of Fisher's popcorn. Fresh.
Fisher's
but I guess
popcorn?
it won't be fresh.
Okay.
That's not a favorite for you guys when you go to the beach?
I don't go to the beach. I usually.
Oh.
I'm not a beach guy either.
No.
With that tan?
Whatever then.
I don't have a
Jaws
tan.
must have scared you guys.
What's that?
Jaws must have scared you guys.
Yeah, I don't go because of Jaws.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I don't like sand all over, you know, and all that good stuff. I don't like heat. No, actually, I don't mind heat anymore. It's the cold I can't stand.
Yeah. Heat makes me irritable. I feel like you get really upset.
I don't like
I can stand it so long as there's like no humidity. I feel
There
like,
you go. Humidity can be kind of rough.
like if it's hot, the humidity
You guys
is
are
the
really-
worst nightmare. When it's cold, the
You
wind.
guys are really fun.
Yeah, we are fun.
So, is this fun or what?
Tons of fun.
Oh my gosh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, man.
Wow.
Well, first time caller, thank you for chiming in and brightening our day.
You're really leaving? First time caller? Okay. All right.
Noah doesn't want you to go.
yeah,
Noah doesn't want you to go.
Wait,
Potato left us.
Yeah.
Potato left us.
I'm going to drop out of this.
I feel like exactly. I feel like people aren't hanging up; they're dropping out of the show today.
He dropped us like a hot potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, yes. All right, guys, be safe this weekend.
You too.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for the airtime.
Live long and prosper. Adios. All right.
By the way, I need to say this before this continues any longer. Sean brought in a 2-liter Coca-Cola that he's drinking out of like it's
I used to do that.
That's insane.
That's what young people do.
That's not what young people do. This is not a healthy amount for a young
I
person.
didn't say it
Sean.
was healthy. I just said that's what
Okay,
young
well,
people
sure.
do.
Okay, I'll give you that. 2 liters. I mean, this is insane, Sean. What's going on in your life that you need to do this to yourself?
Basically, when I got into my dorm, my father let me take a few of like the sodas from the house, and this is basically what we had. So I took it. It's in my fridge. I'm out of my mini bottles, so I'm not saying I'm gonna like drink this entire thing all in one day.
But it's possible.
It might be, but like I feel like I'm gonna drink like 1 or 2 little bottles worth out of it, and then put it like back in the fridge.
Sure.
And then next day.
And we now take the next caller on the Call Flow Radio Show. Good morning. You're on the air.
All right, you guys. Mr. Predicto's right. Paul is getting you.
Wow.
Do you want to ask Mr. Predicto a question, or?
No, he got it spot on. This is Grace. Paul's
good.
getting present.
Cool.
Excellent.
But Paul might be listening. We don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
That's true.
No, I'm not. I can't. I'd have to kill you. I can't tell you. I can't
Wow.
tell you.
Well,
But we are
Noah goes
we
first.
are up to all kinds of hijinks this weekend.
Oh, cool.
We're headed to Natural Bridge for our anniversary,
That's nice.
and Paul booked a nice bed and breakfast. And it just occurred to me, you guys were talking about Stonehenge and the solstice. There's a place down there called Foamhenge. Have you heard of it?
No, have you?
No.
No. Sean, you? No, I've never heard of it.
It's actually a life-size reproduction of Stonehenge, and it's made of foam.
Interesting.
For real, it's crazy. And I just realized all the hotels are booked down there this weekend, and I think we're going to be with a bunch of Druids, which is weird.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was unplanned, but who knows?
You have to take photos of this and send them to us so we can post them on something at Farmville Now.
Yeah,
or whatever.
definitely. Okay,
or whatever,
yeah.
or the website,
yeah,
or whatever.
Do you know how the internet works, John?
Give something for Noah to do.
Right, okay. Okay, Weird Virginia. I'm on it.
All right.
Cool. Cool.
Well, I'm glad
I just
I'm
wanna
glad that he got a lot going on for his birthday this weekend and everything else.
Well, I do want to ask, what's it like having a birthday, like an anniversary and a birthday back to back? Grace.
Well, the joke was he got me for his present, so.
Oh wow, there you go.
But like basically we did it because it was the longest day of the year, and
yeah.
we
There
just
you go.
wanted it to last.
Wow.
So, yeah, and we just we showed up at a park up in Leesburg impromptu and had the preacher and a bagpiper, and we didn't reserve it or anything. We just sort of wedding bombed it, and yeah, it was pretty great. 25 years. It's all good.
25 years. Congratulations.
The big 2-5. Very cool.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah. So
You guys have a great weekend and enjoy it.
Yeah.
all right, guys. All right. We'll report back with photos.
Please
that sounds
do.
Great. That sounds great. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see this replica.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foam
yeah.
hinge.
Absolutely.
Foam hinge. Yes.
All right.
All right. You take care.
Foam hinge. It's there.
All right. I need to go
All
check
right,
this
guys.
out.
Take it easy.
You too. Bye. All right. That was Paul's better half.
It's amazing how right Mr. Predicto is.
They don't call him that for nothing. I mean, that's the name.
Incredible.
Mr. Predicto.
Yeah. So we got about, 9 minutes left to the show? 8 minutes?
Thank God it's Friday!
It is. All day long. All the live long day. Anything else you would like to add? I could add this. It's turtle time at Holiday Lake State Park.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
From 3 until 4. It's turtle time.
Incredible.
Join them for turtle time at Holiday Lake State Park and meet their beloved turtle, Harold Holiday.
Harold Holiday is the name of the turtle?
I believe so.
Wow.
You can meet Harold. All right, let's take our next caller. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Radio Show.
Y'all missed the most special birthday of all today that I emailed in to you a couple of days ago. Her name is Carolyn Powell, and she is from Farmville.
I think we
Did we get that one? I don't remember.
No, you did not get it. I mean, you didn't have it on this morning.
Ah. But it's there. You're pointing at it, right, Noah? Am I seeing it?
Yep. No, I see it right here.
I don't know. I didn't.
I thought I read that one. Did you read this one, Sean?
I thought I read that one.
Oh. I'm pretty sure I read this one and I looked at you and I was like, did you? And then...
I listened intently for it, and it wasn't on.
Well, I apologize.
Well, we apologize for that.
Well, I hope Chris comes back with lots of awards.
Well, one would be nice. I don't know. How many are we supposedly up for? 2?
I want to say 2. I want
Okay.
to say 2.
All right.
Call Flow was one, correct?
Call Flow.
Call
I think,
Flow was one. And
The other one was the Noah Massage special project. Something. What was it?
Okay.
It was the Farmville Spotlight.
Oh, that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa.
Well, I'll be waiting to hear what the results were.
Well, she'll be in Wednesday will be the first time she can talk about it.
That's
I
right.
guess.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's when she comes in, right? That's.
I know, but surely she'll call in and let us know.
She may call in and let us know. I don't know. I didn't want to put her out on the spot like that, but she may call us up Monday and let us know what happened.
Well, by the way, Noah, you and Chris were talking a couple of mornings ago, I believe it was Wednesday, about, I was late actually getting to listen to the show, and y'all were talking about some program that used to be on Flow, and Chris said, I think maybe Gene might have hosted that for a short period of time. What program were y'all talking about?
I want to say we were talking about when Chris used to host the Friday party, and I want to say she mentioned maybe Gene hosted it for a time, and or like lunch break as well.
Okay. I know he did lunch break,
Okay.
but I don't remember him doing
The party.
Friday party.
Okay,
Okay,
that's good to know. Do you know when that would have been?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know when Francis started doing it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Bluegrass Billy came in there at one point when Gene was sick and couldn't broadcast anymore.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we sort of were like ships passing in the night. He was coming in as I was going out.
Yeah. Okie doke. Well, y'all have a good one.
You too, Betty.
Glad we made mention of my special cousin, Carolyn Powell.
Well, you have a great weekend, Betty, and I hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you, dear.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Betty Ike, and we've got 4 more minutes, so if you want to call, 434-394-0924 is the number if you'd like to take part in the program. I mentioned Turtle Time.
Turtle Time, and you can meet Harold. What was his name?
Holiday.
Holiday.
For
so.
Holiday State Lake.
Yeah, that might
Lake
be
State Park, whatever.
Sounds like a fun time, John.
It's a good time, and it's from 3 to 4.
Yeah.
You want to partake. You want some more fascinating?
Well,
things?
actually, I got to ask the question. What
How
are
about
what are you doing?
Buckingham belly dancing class.
You're doing that this weekend?
Well, I was hoping you were
going to
gonna
belly dance this weekend.
Why not? I mean, Shake My Groove thing.
Sure.
And that's from 4 to 5.
Okay.
And that's at the Buckingham Library.
All right.
Belly dancing.
Yeah. Is that really something you're going to try out?
No,
Okay.
but it sounded good.
To impress Mandy. That might impress her if you show up belly dancing. Okay.
Yeah. No.
All right.
I don't think so. No.
No, you don't think she would be impressed being like, wow, you learned how to belly dance for me?
No.
Okay, wow. Well, all right.
Yeah.
John. Okay. All right.
I'm
Moving on.
I'm giving him baseball signals.
Moving on. Yes.
For those of you at
Thank
home.
you. I'm like staring. I'm like, what does this mean? He's Blue 52. Okay. All right. All right. Well, John, what are you doing this weekend?
Omaha. That's a football
Yeah.
one.
That's a steak also.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very good steak. Omaha steaks. They're actually not that good. I heard.
I've already explained what I was doing this weekend, so which is the
We might
mandatory.
watch some.
We're gonna watch some Wild
yeah.
West. Yeah.
Okay.
Since that's always good.
Since you have it on the.
Well, I have it, but
Yeah.
but they show it as well.
Okay.
What is your favorite Western?
Movie or show?
Either.
That's tough to narrow down.
I guess do one movie and one show. Or.
It'd be easier to say like current as opposed to older. I guess Tombstone is probably one of the better ones that were, but not granted that was out '93. I want to say I was still in high school when that came out. Show, even though it's technically not a Western, Wild Wild West was my favorite because that one had the most bar fight scenes. There was always violence and good stuff like that, and I liked Robert Conrad, and so yeah, that was my favorite. Gunsmoke, I guess, would be a runner-up because that was more of a traditional Western, but I don't like all the episodes. Only because some of the episodes were fluff. It was on for until The Simpsons. That was like the longest running show ever on television, and so it was on so long. You saw Matt Dillon as a young man become
into a very old man.
Old man.
What do you think about the episodes with Chester?
I'm not a Chester fan. I'm more the Festus type.
You like Festus?
Yeah,
That's embarrassing.
No. It's like MASH. Do you like the early seasons or do you like the later seasons?
I like the earlier seasons.
See, I like the later seasons.
See, exactly. We're not gonna.
No.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's like Taxi. Do you like the earlier seasons or the late seasons?
Never watched Taxi.
I know you don't like Taxi.
So,
in general, you hate the show.
In general, it's
you
not that I hate
all
it.
the seasons were great of Taxi, okay?
I don't hate Taxi.
All right.
I just didn't watch it.
Yeah.
It wasn't on in my house, so that's all I can say about that.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
How about Miami Vice? You didn't watch that, did you?
No, I did not watch.
So you don't know what good television is.
Well, John, I think we got to wrap up the show. This has been a tough one to get through. To be honest,
Tough one.
I'm feeling a little nauseous. I don't know. I don't know how everybody else feels, but this one was not the easiest one for me. So
Got a lot of calls.
We did get a lot of calls.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody positive around here.
I feel like our banter, and I'm not saying I'm probably a lot to blame, but somewhere along the way, the motivation died. I don't know when, but yeah. Anyways, John, see you later.
Alligator.